1, 2, 3. What's going on, everybody? It's Keymaster 84 coming at you guys with a brand new episode of To The Mat, Wrestlemania 35 predictions. What's going on, everybody? We're going to be doing predictions, rumors, speculations, everything on this show. We're going to try to be blowing through some of the weak stuff as fast as we can, just because we got Big Rose staying up late on a Thursday night. It's absolutely insane. Cats and dogs living together.
Oh my god.
And I'm not working on a Friday. He's staying up late on a Thursday. Shit's gone crazy.
Things we do for the love of content.
For the 4 people that are going to watch this video. That's right. Sacrifices.
As I sit here and shove caramel M&M's in my face.
Nothing wrong with that. So we got WrestleMania 35, guys. Easily, it's the Super Bowl of WWE. They're going to be pulling out all the stops, all the bells and whistles. That's why I feel like there's probably about, 18 different matches, plus 2 Battle Royales.
Yeah, it's insane. I just literally wrote them all down and I got a hand cramp.
And mind you, this guy writes every day at work, so that's actually kind of an impressive feat. But yeah, so Big Ro, why don't you blow through some of these chinsier ones? We'll do a little bit of commentary on them.
Let's get through these other ones. So the newly appointed Raw Men's Tag Team Championship match, which wasn't originally on the docket as of like 24 hours ago.
Yeah, they just got announced on Twitter, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Revival is defending their Raw Tag Team Championships against the team of Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
The only way this match is anything special is if Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder win.
Yeah, I think if Hawkins loses this one, he goes apeshit and just goes full on everybody.
Is it going to be a Hawkins heel turn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap! I didn't think about that.
That's a good twist.
He turns on Zack Ryder.
Ryder's kind of been riding that fine line. Ryder's already been riding that fine line uphill because after he came back from his big injury and Rowley jumped his ass. You know?
Oh, true.
Like, what the heck? What do I do? And then he did solo matches. And Kurt Hawkins like, oh yeah, let's be a tag team. And then Hawkins still hasn't won a match in like, I don't know, a decade or something like that. So
That's true. Good point.
And then the next kind of important match, but not important match, is 205 Live's champion Buddy Murphy, which you guys don't know is cruiserweight. Buddy Murphy.
He's a big cruiserweight.
Tony Nese. Yeah, he's a big cruiserweight. That's like when they moved Enzo down there. Like, Enzo's a small guy, but he's big for 205 Live. So.
Yeah. That was one of those ones where I'm like, he's 205? Like,
unfortunately, out of all the WWE universe stuff, 205 Live unfortunately is the one I keep the less attention to.
I don't necessarily keep an active, like, I'm not like on it every day, but I definitely would decide to watch it in my free time.
Well, there's a couple of key things to that. One, they dropped a bunch of key players, like I'm talking key players. They lost Cedric Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
They promoted Mustafa Ali to the main card, which I think is great because I really like Mustafa Ali.
It's just Ali now.
Oh, sorry, Ali. They did not re-sign Neville, which I think was a good key point of their
he signed with All Elite, did he?
Yeah, he did All Elite. Yep. And then they haven't moved Mysterio down there at all yet.
He's too big. He's
tiny. But he's tiny at the same point. Like, if you were to move Mysterio down there.
Yeah, but I mean, does Mysterio really need to be in 205? I mean,
no. But I think you could bring some light to it. Just like I said, when they moved Enzo down there, it was all for publicity.
True. Good point.
And then,
so you got Buddy Murphy on that one.
Yeah, they're not going to relinquish the title to Nese on that one, I don't think. I think Murphy's held the title long enough. They're going to give it to him for the full year. I think we'll start looking like first quarter next year.
Like SummerSlam.
To like storyline him out of the title reign and then move him up to the main roster.
He'd be a good main roster guy. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, Murphy's a good wrestler, dude. And he was really good down in NXT when he was teaming with what was his team? It was him and another guy, and then Alexa Bliss was their manager.
Oh shoot! I know you're talking about. Anyways, what a story.
Bliss moved up first, and then Murphy finally, appeared out of nowhere. But anyway,
yeah.
Then newly added this year on the coattails of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal is Women's Battle Royal. which I think they have the same reward as the Andre the Giant, just for the women's division. I don't 100% know, but pretty much everybody who's not in the main event or the women's tag match is in this match.
I can go through it real fast.
Go for it.
Asuka, Carmella, Naomi, Lana, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Nikki Cross, Dana Brooke, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Mickie James, and Selena Vega have so far been announced.
And they'll probably bring out some old stars. And,
Well, I'm sure some NXT people will be there.
NXT people will be up there. So,
yeah.
Look out for some NXT additions of there, because there have actually been rumors of them moving up some of the women from the NXT division, which is going to tie into something else that I'm going to rumor later when we get to that match. But anyway, so look out for which NXT stars they bring into the Women's Battle Royale, because I think they're going to make the main card sooner than later.
Nice.
Men's Battle Royale, Andre the Giant. The main storyline in this one is Braun Strowman against the two SNL guys. After his big storyline about smashing the car and the dude disrespecting wrestlers and all this other stuff. Kind of gimmicky, but I think that's kind of the route they're going with Strowman. I don't think he's going to get a real decent push until probably next year.
Well, he's doing Battle Royale, though.
Yeah, but so the whole storyline behind him is that he's been at it with these two SNL guys.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I was getting at.
But it's in the Battle Royale, though.
But it's gimmicky. Like, they're focusing him on them.
Well, because that's going to be the final three.
Right, but it's going to be a point of distraction, and they're going to get Strowman out. I don't think they're going to have him win again.
I think he's going to. I think he's going to win again. I think final three: Strowman, Shea, Jost.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are the last three people in the ring. Just saying.
That's a good final three. Not gonna lie. But yeah, so that if this is the order, I'm just reading as it was seen on the WWE WrestleMania site. For the next match, if they go in this order, is going to be the 4-way SmackDown Tag Team Titles match. Usos against Ricochet Black, against The Bar, against Nakamura Rusev.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think that they have the Usos relinquish. But I have a feeling, hear me out, I have a feeling that The Bar or Nakamura and Rusev, this will be one of the last times that we see them on a WWE ring.
Oh, 100%. I think
I'm pretty sure
Nakamura wants to be he wants to be a professional surfer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Should follow him on Twitter. He's a pretty good follow, actually.
Rusev's kind of been, a C plus B.
For a while.
The Bar, they had their moment as tag champs, but I think they're starting to drift away, and I think Sheamus is slowly losing potential, but I think Cesaro could still be a mainstay at the singles bracket.
You gotta remember, Sheamus is still still wrestling with a broken neck every week.
I know.
Like a lot of people forget about that. Like the dude literally could die every single night that he wrestles. Like, it's absolutely insane to me that he still does that. But hey, man, it's on him. Hey, that's what he wants to do. Hey, power to him. I think Ricochet and Black don't win only because, you know what? We'll get into that when we get to the rumors. We're not gonna get into that right now. But yes, I do agree. I think the Usos retain the belt.
I think Usos retain. Next match again, as I think this goes in order. Angle's farewell match against Corbin. A little bit of a build up into this one, just via matches. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we can say Angle, obviously, but
I think Angle squashes Corbin.
Yeah.
That'll lead into something we'll talk about in the rumor section. But I think Angle makes quick work of Corbin. I think he throws them down on the Angle slam and then gets the ankle lock.
Ankle lock the crap out of him.
Done. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what happens, personally.
And then I see Intercontinental Championship defense Bobby Lashley against Demon Balor, who's busting out for this WrestleMania. Kind of janky how they brought Demon into this one, but I think Balor re-wins this title.
Well, the Demon's never been defeated, so yeah.
That's a good point.
I'm sorry. Demon's never been defeated on main roster.
There you go.
Sorry, I needed to make the caveat there. But no, I think I am excited to see Demon Balor. I wish they had just done it. Demon Balor never needs to be advertised beforehand.
Right.
It's more exciting when it's just, oh shit.
Oh snap! It's in. Right.
Demon Balor's here.
Absolutely.
Not, oh yeah, Demon Balor and Ben Lashley are coming. It's like, oh, okay, cool. You know, it kind of deflates the fact that he probably had to spend, 4 hours in a chair getting his demon makeup put on.
Right.
That's the part that I'd be kind of pissed about. It's like, it's funny because, I spent 4 hours in a chair, guys. Can you just give me a little bit of more pop? At least a little bit? I'm not asking for a lot.
Well, it's funny he does that, you know what I mean? He does that where he's like in a chair for 4 hours putting his neck on. But the first move is like some kind of slam and it wipes off all his neck makeup.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's like the biggest part.
I think this year, it's going to be oh my god. The bad Spider-Man. The black one.
Yep.
I think that'll be the makeup he goes with this year.
That'll be cool.
Because he always changes it every single time.
He does, yeah. It's never the same. Yeah.
Never the same. So I think that'll be the
I really like the one. I think it was NXT Takeover New York before he made the main roster.
Oh jeez, NXT is about to be crazy too.
Yeah, he had like the makeup down to the shoulders, and then he had like all the writing on his back and stuff.
Oh yeah, cool. that was the Japanese one.
That was dope.
Yeah, he had like the Japanese dragon. But yeah, anyways, guys, we could do a whole show on that.
Yeah. Next match was the U.S. title, Samoa the Machine Joe against Rey Mysterio. Joe retains.
Oh yeah.
I don't doubt that at all.
Nah, I'd be shocked if Mysterio. The only way I can see Mysterio winning is if he wins not clean. Something would have to happen for Joe not to retain, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What's next, buddy?
Let's see. Then we have match of the big winners. AJ, the man who runs the camp, Styles against the Viper, Randy Orton. Kind of a show. I think this is kind of a prove it match, a show me match. I think AJ's kind of been on the downfall. I think Orton's been on a slow tilt up. I think Orton takes this, and this pushes him into kitchen for title, which further down the road, I think Kingston wins. Little spoiler there, where Orton's already had a thing with Kingston when they were doing all the 6-man tag matches.
True. Good point.
Who you got there? Just as a brief.
I go Orton only because I think they're gonna push AJ to Raw.
Yeah. I agree.
And so that's the reason I think he's beaten everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that there's this match, but it's like he doesn't need to win this match in my eyes.
Yeah.
AJ's beat everybody in SmackDown. He doesn't need to do anything else in SmackDown. Push him to Raw, where he's got new people to go up against.
And he definitely had he definitely had a hand building the SmackDown brand to where it's at now.
Well, and I think
it definitely was the B show, quote unquote, like this last year, where it just kind of like they had some weeks where it was a good show. You know what I mean? Well,
and I think if you move AJ over to Raw, you keep Balor on Raw, you keep Gallows and Anderson.
I knew you were gonna say it.
You keep them on there, and you make like a mini Bullet Club.
Yeah, well,
the Bullet Club connection.
They got to move Gallows and Anderson from SmackDown to Raw.
What do you freaking do? Who cares?
I'm just saying.
It takes two.
Raw.
Well, they have to do the shake up. They'd have to move AJ anyways too. So that makes sense.
We've mentioned this. We've mentioned that we talked before, where they need to bring back Staples. Like, it just needs to happen. They're geared for it. I mean,
they have a lot of really built-in ones.
Yeah, you got Bullet Club already. I mean, obviously they're not reunite the Shield with the absence of Dean Ambrose, but
Or is it the absence of Dean Ambrose?
Right. Well, he's been pretty quiet since the last match. So.
Okay, we'll get there. Anyways.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay, next match on the list is the women's tag team 4-way. Banks and Bailey champions against Beth Phoenix and Natalia, the Iconics, and Nia Jackson.
By the way, have you seen how they changed Tamina's name?
Mm-hmm.
Like this, I'm like, so why are we now saying Snuka? Like she's always been Snuka. Why are we now? Why are we now leaning on the fact that she's Tamina Snuka? Like I'm totally down. I actually like Tamina as a wrestler. I think she's actually a really good wrestler. She's a lot better than Nia Jax.
Nia Jax got a soft spot in my heart, bro.
But I mean, Tamina, in my opinion, is a much better all-around breath technically.
Oh, great.
I think Nia Jax is a better personality.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's like they're you know if you could combine the two to make one amazing wrestler, it'd be gold. But they don't have that.
No, I'm going out on a limb on this one.
You're gonna start rumors now.
No, not a rumor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Who I think is gonna win.
Okay.
I think they give it to the Iconics.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just leave that at that.
Okay.
Then after that, we got Reigns and McIntyre. Big Roman Reigns returned to the ring just recently. McIntyre's pretty much been beating up on everybody. He needs a big dog to face, and they throw in Reigns. So
Reigns wins.
Right, I think so too. Yeah.
Sorry, Drew.
They don't let him lose, especially since he's been taking such a big beating in the last. Couple.
Yeah. Reigns wins.
Then we have my least favorite match on the list, Man against The Miz. I was over the story when they were a tag team. I was over the story when they were part of the tournament. I was over the story before it even started. So, yeah, I'm pretty much over this one. So
McMahon wins is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, no, The Miz ain't winning. I mean, if for some reason they make The Miz win, or not make, sorry, write in that The Miz win, reason. I think he goes to Raw. I think Shane says, "Fuck it, get him out of my face," and sends him to Raw.
I don't want to look at him anymore. See ya. Yep. Yeah, true.
Then we have our typical WrestleMania Legends match: Triple H against Batista.
I'm actually strangely excited about this match.
I'm super excited because I was always a huge fan of Batista.
Oh yeah, the animal, huge fan.
So, dude, when he came in, spiky black hair, just ripped to go in,
just totally read of his mind. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude!
And I love how they've built this story.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this really shows you two guys who know what they're doing. They've only cut promos. They've not really thrown one punch on each other.
Yeah, they kept them pretty separate.
Yeah.
The one time that Batista was on the ramp and Triple H was going.
Yeah, they got close, but still, it's like, like the whole thing with, when Batista first came back and he beat up Flair, and there was that whole that whole exchange. I mean, starting from that point, that was perfect. That's how it should be all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's what they should be showing. That's what they should be showing.
Maybe we don't need to show people beating up a 70-year-old man all the time, but that kind of intensity.
I agree. I think it being Batista's first time back in the ring in
wow.
It's been almost 10 years. 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while.
It's a no holds barred match.
Yeah, no holds barred. So you know how to get after it.
And Triple H's career's on the line.
Yeah, unfortunately, Edge wins.
I think Batista wins.
You think?
Mm-hmm. I think Batista wins. Triple H retires from wrestling.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I guess retirement doesn't mean retiring as CEO of.
No, I think he retires as a wrestler, because you gotta think he tore his pec. He's gonna be 50 this year. He's gonna be 50 this year.
That's crazy.
Does he want to be McMahon? So wrestling when he's 60?
Yeah.
And that night, I think you've definitely been seeing more Triple H the COO and less Triple H the wrestler. And so I think this is a great way to naturally pull him back into that role without him just disappearing from wrestling with no explanation.
I agree.
You know,
well,
I think.
Look what he's done in development of NXT. UK's NXT.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing so much good for the company. Eventually, when he takes over, it's going to be crazy.
No, I think, and I think that's why we've been seeing some of the change that we've been seeing is because that's kind of what they're gearing for. I think McMahon's probably only got a year, maybe 2 left of really pushing it, and then after that, he's done. And then I think you see Stephanie Shane, and Triple H take over, and I think that's when you're really going to see the next great era in WWE, personally.
I think of the Attitude Era.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute. Anyways, let's move on to the next match.
Okay, our first of 3 potential close, which I don't think this is going to be picked for some reason, but Lesnar defending his Raw Universal title against Seth, the Architect Rollins. I'm praying, hoping to God, just like everybody else in the WWE universe, that Rollins wins. I'm tired of Lesnar. Lesnar needs to go up the creek without a paddle and not return. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Lesnar sticks around for a little bit longer, absolutely, but I would like Rollins to win. I mean, that's just my personal.
I mean, I have to vote Rollins, like we said. I will never vote for Brock Lesnar. Not happening. I can't get behind it. I can't do it.
I'm tired of the part-time champ. You know what I mean?
They need someone who's there all the time.
The SmackDown champ for the last 2 years has been a full-time wrestler.
Well, no offense, Ronda Rousey's done more action, and granted, some of them were squash matches, but still, she has been on more Raw shows than I think has been the entire time, and she's only been here a year.
That's crazy. She ended up appearance at last year's Wrestlemania. Found on the Raw after that.
Yeah.
Pretty much been the title holder the whole year.
Yeah, but she's been there. She may not do every single one, but she at least does. I would say at least does 2 shows a month.
Yeah, and then she's already had a heel turn.
Yeah, exactly. She's already done more in a year than Brock Lesnar has done in the last 5. Now, granted, I do think some of this came up because of Reigns' leukemia thing. I mean, if that hadn't have happened, I don't think we are having this conversation. I think we're talking about a Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. I think Rollins was always in this match. He was always in this match. Brock Lesnar is the one being penciled into this match because they went, oh crap.
Hey Brock, you stick around for another 5 months or whatever.
We'll give you $2 million.
Yeah, 2 million for another 6 months.
You come on the show 4 times. How's that sound?
Shake some hands, kiss some babies.
I don't know if I want to kiss my babies.
Me neither. The next match, which I think has closer, but again, I don't think it will be SmackDown WWE Champion, but not so Bryan against finally Kofi Kingston getting his shot. I think it was too much build up them not to give him the title for at least a little bit.
I think so I'm gonna say
We're gonna have millions of fans. We're gonna have pissed off if he doesn't win.
I'm gonna say Daniel Bryan right now. When we get into the room, you'll understand why.
Okay.
So I'm saying Daniel Bryan right now.
All right. So then our lengthy
finally.
What minute are we at right now?
25. And we kind of blasted through the first about half.
The last match, which I believe will close the show, even though the Keymaster is now back up in the air. The women's Raw Tag Team title. The Rowdy, Reggie, the Queen, Charlotte Flair, and the man, Becky Lynch, in a 3-way winner takes both women's titles match. as of picking up the SmackDown from Asuka's couple weeks. You know, again, another one of those Lesnar things. I think Rousey's done a lot better than I thought she would as a WWE. But I think I would much rather the title be in the hands of Becky Lynch. They have to build up after the injury. Flair's had her shot. I think Lynch has got so much build up and so much fandom behind her right now for her not to unify these titles. So, I mean, she's pretty much the woman version of The Rock. Right
I think Lynch wins because Rousey's. I mean, it's pretty much already been decided. Rousey's taking at least 3 months off.
Yeah, I heard that too.
She's taking. Maybe she'll be on Monday Night Raw, but then she's taking pretty much from that point on until SummerSlam, until a little bit before SummerSlam, just so they can probably like a month beforehand, so they can get a story developed. But I mean, it's.
I don't know. I look at Rousey similar to the way I look at Lesnar. It's a gimmick thing, even though I know Lesnar started as a WWE wrestler and then went to UFC. Rousey came in as the baddest woman in the planet, came in as one of the top women fighters in the world, and then you're gonna kind of bring yourself to do entertainment wrestling. Like, it's just kind of, you know, she probably got a fatty contract for it, so I don't blame her for it at all. Like, I don't blame her for coming to the WWE, but you know, her in-ring skills have gotten better over the years, but they're not really at the par yet. She's still famous just for a couple moves and then doing a couple gut shots, and pretty much that's all her matches go, you know. But I don't know, man. I don't want to see Flair do it either. So I mean, I'm hoping for Lynch. Not only is she attractive, but I think she's got, like I said, she's kind of like the Rock of the women's division right now. She's got everybody behind her, and I think she deserves it. So.
I hear you. I like it a lot.
Anyway, so that's all the matches as of the WWE WrestleMania 35 website.
Yes.
They mark the 205 Live Cruiserweight Championship as a kickoff show match. So that is the only one that is labeled as a kickoff match. So, if that's true, then there's 16 matches that are going to be on the main card.
There's no way. I think both of the battle royales get pushed to the pre-show.
Yeah, and then I think the Revival Hawkins Ryder match also is too. I think those first 4 matches are kind of. If not, it's going to be 205 Live, Women's Battle Royale, Men's Battle Royale, then the Raw Tag Champs, and then they'll break into normal show, starting with the SmackDown Tag Teams.
Right.
But either way, like Keymaster said in the beginning of this, episode of To The Mat, obviously about half of these matches we could really care less about. I mean, that's just how it is. I think they're storyless matches that got thrown together, or you know, the battle royales, which are kind of cool, but they're going to be over in 10-15 minutes, and it's not really going to have any headway into the actual storylines of anything. The thrown together Angle Corbin match, I think, is kind of a blowover. Angle's obviously going to win. Other than that, like I said, I could care less about the McMahon match. It's stupid to get go. Especially after they brought his dad into it. Like, come on, man, really?
Yeah.
So, you're reaching at that point, you know?
Yeah, a little bit.
Also, busting into so-called rumors or stories for this wrestling, I'm going to toss this to you because I know you got a few hot heaters ready to
Oh, dude, I don't even know if you're ready for this.
I don't know, because I think me and you, which is surprising, I think me and you read 2 different sets of
dirt sheets.
Yeah.
Dirt sheets.
Which is cool because when we do these shows, then obviously they're all the same answer.
Yeah, exactly. Which is nice for once.
Shoot,
More of the story, guys. I think so. We're gonna start with Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin, just because that's the one I have on my screen right now at the moment. So I think Baron Corbin gets squashed. I think Kurt Angle destroys him, and then is literally like, "Is that it for my final match?"
Right.
And then who comes out? John freaking Cena. And we get the John freaking Cena everybody wanted, because that was the match that everybody thought was going to happen.
Well, it's funny because Cena's first match as a WWE wrestler against Kurt Angle.
Exactly, and I think that's why we end up with that match.
Oh, young, not so thick, strong Cena against Kurt Angle all those years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Oh,
I think that's why we see that match. I think it'd be a great send off. I think that'd be a great WrestleMania moment. I think the pop and the fans would be so excited to see that match. And I just think if that happens, I'll be really excited personally.
Oh, I think that is way better than obviously Corbin getting his shit pushed in, honestly.
No, I totally agree. What do you think? You feeling the same thing on that, my friend?
I didn't hear that one, but I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think if John Cena, I think that's a perfect way to send Kurt Angle into a Hall of Fame ship. I think it's a good way to kind of integrate Cena back for however long you want him to kind of come in and out. And I'm not a big fan. I was a bigger fan of Baron Corbin when he came out of NXT and came to the main roster. When he was all Mr. Lone Wolf, one hit wonder, one hit KO kind of guy. Now this whole, GM thing kind of just totally threw me off of him. So
Right.
But no, I think it's a perfect. I think.
Which might get a little dicey. I don't know if they will, or they replace one of the teams, probably either the Iconics or Nia Jax and Tamina, with Trish Stratus and Lita.
Oh, that's a good one.
And then Trish Stratus and Lita win the championship. That would be a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, that would be. Wow.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh.
You're welcome for that.
I was shuffling through my notes here that I had kind of put away in a little file on my desk here. Wow. Why did I think of that one?
Hey man,
I didn't even read about that one.
Hey man, that's why I'm here to come up with the most insane potentialities that we can possibly think of. Dude, you're like sitting there like, God, I actually kind of want that now.
Not only do I want your first rumor, I think your first rumor is probably going to be my favorite of the night, to be honest.
Actually makes sense. I can see Vince McMahon totally being like, you know what, this is a good idea.
Yeah, just sitting there, he's like, this is really gonna make this all work here.
This is good stuff. I think we can pull this off. Did you find your beer burner yet? Or, I have more, so I mean, I can keep on going.
You know, it's a stretch, but yeah, go ahead. Do one more, and then I'll jump in right after you.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Seth Rollins wins, not clean.
Well, is that based off of what he did at this last Raw? Or is that
No.
based off of something you think?
I think so. Everybody was really hot on Dean Ambrose leaving 3 months ago. Over the past 2 to 3 weeks, he's still been wrestling. But it's funny how, for a guy who's still wrestling and pretty much coming up to the end of it, being a part of one of the biggest rosters or stables, whatever you want to call it. I mean, there's only 3 guys, so it's really kind of hard to call it a stable, but it's still one of the biggest teams ever. It's really odd for me that all of a sudden we went from extremely pointing out every single time Michael Cole's like, and he's going to be leaving after WrestleMania, to nothing.
Right.
And so I think Dean Ambrose comes out, helps Rollins in some way. I don't know how.
Okay.
And Rollins wins because of Ambrose. And you know, they do the shield fist thing and yeah, so I think that's probably one of my weaker ones. I'm saving my real.
Your real zinger.
I'm running my real zinger for after you get some out here, because this one.
Here's my lightest one.
Okay, lightest one. Okay.
Women's Battle Royale.
Okay.
Like I said in the rundown, look out for the women who they bring up from the NXT to fight this Royale.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it's a sleeper pick, but kind of a under the radar for sure win. Like if I was gonna bet on any of my guesses on any of these matches, this would be the one I would put on the money on.
Okay.
Lacey Evans finally gets in the ring.
She finally does something besides walk down to the ring
and wins the Women's Battle Royale.
I would be totally behind that, 1,000%. Oh my
That's
God, please.
Definitely one of my more weaker ones, but I mean, they've been showboating her. And by the way, thanks if you ever actually watch this.
You should.
My comment. I can. I was hesitant. Yeah. One of my lighter ones, a little bit my far stretch one. A small little blog post that I would like to read around. Is gonna fight Bobby Lashley, right?
Okay.
Agree with that.
Yes.
As the surprise Undertaker makes his face on fighting, but I think he will be in town. He's not known to be in the show to throw up and put on your trench coat. 5 minutes of WrestleMania glory. I think he should, after Finn wins the title, and he's getting his music playing, the red flashing lights coming.
Phenomenal.
Dressing the Thunder Liger or something, just some kind of, his outfit. At Far-Fetch, you're Chandler. I think that could happen.
Yes, it's fetch, but I mean, I can eat, in my opinion. Yeah.
I have
kind
two
of
more. Inside in a new bar, or in black.
Okay.
For all the hard work they've been putting into over the last month.
Okay.
Then, on the following SmackDown, I think, what I hear, again, we'll snippet, I feel that something will happen on the SmackDown after WrestleMania to Black and Ricochet as they're leading up against the War Raiders, who are the current NXT tag title because they are facing the War Raiders, or they did, excuse me, in the finals Heroes, but then they're going to get the titles, and I think the War Raiders appear, and either are going to make a main roster jump, push them to her husband, who's one of the War Raiders,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and brings that whole group together, further strengthening our guesstimates our stable.
Yeah. That's a strong. That's a strong possibility.
I was like,
That could happen.
That could, just because of one on NXT, and I think they're trying to promote a couple other tag teams. I think the War Raiders are main roster ready. Brought up, especially after they brought up a heavy machinery, and they've kind of pushed this Black and Ricochet tag team stage. And a couple of the older tag teams being ready to be on the outs. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows.
No.
So they're on borrowed tag. Like you said, Nakamura has other interests.
Yeah.
So that tag team's going to be broken up. Like he's been working with injury for however long now.
Forever.
To be his last part, as far as we know. Right there's 3 teams just out the window. Yeah. And then with the other mainstay tag teams, I mean, obviously the Revival is holding the Raw titles, right? They're a newer team. But the Usos will probably still hold the titles after this match. Then you got the New Day. I think they don't know what it is. Do you have a rumor for that one?
I have a rumor. Okay, true banger. So
okay,
let me. I'm gonna give you a softball, and then I'm gonna come at you with a hard one. So I'm gonna put your situation here. Right. I think the Usos retain because this is the problem when you're talking about WrestleMania. You have to think about the fact that October, SmackDown's moving to Fox Sports. Now, granted, they could have another Super 4 then after SummerSlam, but it'd be kind of weird to have a wake-up, which was happening not the week after, weeks. In 2 weeks, right? 2 or 3 weeks. And it's coming up pretty quick right after WrestleMania, so it'd be weird to have that super shake-up, another superstar. That'd be odd. But I think the Usos retain because then when they move, they'll move the oh my god, Roman Reigns down as a part of this whole shift, and you're going to see the Usos and Roman Reigns and make that like Samoan connection.
Ooh.
And with more of a tweet. And then Roman at that point will have a belt, whether that's WWE Championship, Universal, US, who knows. But all of them are going to have a belt at one point. That could be a potential. And so I think if they retain.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I can see that.
So I mean that's my opinion on it. I mean, So
power of positivity, thing is something that.
We got one-on-one action coming your way next, King.
Yeah, right now.
That'll be Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar. I don't know if it can get any more heated than this.
Yeah, but Matt Hardy's wearing his old gear. He doesn't have a bleached hand.
But it's kind of made that point. I know.
Based on the electricity that's traveling through this arena and decibel of the crowd, I think it's safe to say the roof of this building just might blow off. Oh, you're right. There's nothing like a little WWE mano-a-mano to get that blood flowing. And the party has officially begun.
But Matt Hardy is not saying that he's just the old Matt Hardy. He's saying that he can select from any of his personas at the time.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Money Matt, or we want to say Deleter Matt, Deleter Worlds Matt, regular Matt Hardy, and then he's got, I'm sure he's 4 personas on his YouTube channel. So, to again further substantialize stables, Bray Wyatt, the Hardy Boys, Rowan O'Brien, pretty stacked.
Yeah.
Don't think it'll happen, but I do think the return of Bray Wyatt at Wrestle I've seen it on more than one rumor mill.
Yeah, so have I. I mean, I've seen he was on Royal Rumble. But he's been on Royal Rumbles, Elimination Chambers, and Fastlanes. I mean, I kind of got to the point.
I think the obvious Wyatt family gimmick is over. I think for sure.
Oh, 100%.
But Bray Wyatt is such a in-ring. It's hard to say that they were just going to let him go. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'd have been shocked if they had let him go. I think like you said, he's just way too good. I think
fans here in are here to celebrate
huge disservice
which is the
to let someone creep over to All Elite or
if an opponent exhibits a weakness for a specific move, some will return
huge
to
blow
utilizing that
to
move
the
as long as
company.
possible. And he escapes with a kick out. As the action continues, let's discuss Seth Rollins briefly. His ability inside the ring has gained him his fair share of fans. Say his
Anybody they let go, yeah.
biggest fan is himself. Talk about it.
It's early, but I really like his chances here tonight. He certainly looks more focused than I remember seeing him in recent weeks.
So many ways he could beat you, and then he starts breaking the rules.
Wow. Well, I mean, but it's his thing though. Ambrose is one of those guys where I could see him just being like, yeah, I'm just done.
This business, what we Rollins is lightning fast. He can get on that mat and wrestle.
I'm good.
He can soar through the air.
Because
Rollins is fearless.
they're married, yeah.
And the boot lands.
They've been married for like almost 3 years, I think.
She's definitely very good.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely, I don't know. I think certain stories at WrestleMania are going to be awesome. I think there's a lot of stuff though that's just too much freaking filler, dude. I mean, I think there's just way too many fluff matches. I think there's just way too many this match so we can get the belt on the pay-per-view. Like the Raw Tag Team Championship. 100%. Let's fill some time. Let's fill some time and get this done. You know, it's just like, why the?
He wants no part of the outside, and I don't blame him. Nothing.
Yeah, like, well, why did he do that? Like, why was that a match? I just don't get it. And it's just stuff like that. What's going to take this from being what could have been a I think if they had cut, there's 3-4 matches they could have cut, and I would have 100% like awesome. I'm gonna get to go to bed before 10. You know, and I feel bad for the one East Coast. That stuff's gonna be like freaking like, 18 hours later, we finally got where we needed to be. You know? It's just, you know, that's what we're talking about right now, guys. Is like,
back in the ring.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand why they're doing it, but it's at the same time, it's like, damn, like I know you guys are. At one point, just call it, you know. And
that's the hardest part. Is that you look at this list, and you're like, I can literally take out 50%. I would say roughly 50% of these matches in WrestleMania would be
Seth was just conjuring up some good momentum here.
100%.
When this guy's
100%.
on, look out.
Yeah, no.
I love the
Yes, I'm afraid you're right. Suplex City. Someplace no one knows.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, a destructive shot from Lesnar. Trouble now.
They're actually booking them fairly.
Right, exactly. But you get Ricochet and Black are another one.
And that was a huge counter. And Rollins with the reversal. Whoa, don't get up.
More long-term with them, they're pretty soon.
Right.
Because you gotta think there's only so much.
The first one, I don't believe it. He just stole his.
Dude, you're breaking up. I just missed like the last 30 seconds, dude.
It's hard.
Here we go.
Like,
back inside the ring.
You know, what are you going to do with them in Ann Arbor?
Oh, Brock Lesnar, unable to be contained.
Brother, I have no idea what's going on with your mic, but I can.
Exit it out. We're done. I don't know.
Brock Lesnar is taking.
Properly up
But no, I mean, I think what you're trying to say is the new direction that they're going. I don't know what they changed. I do know they got a bunch of new writers. They let go of some older writer producers. They brought in some different people, and so I wonder if that transition is what's caused all this movement and all this change. And so I am curious if that is what has caused all this dramatic shift in from what we were doing, last year until about 3 months ago to now.
Right.
Because like all of a sudden we brought up Ricochet, Ciampa, and Gargano, and like everything changed. All the new stories. I think actually, you know where I think it started? Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Because
she was the last of the original four.
Well, no, and I think it started once the man persona kind of started taking off. I think that everybody was like, shit, like maybe we should do it this way. I think that would help changed it. Obviously we'll never know because we're, as much as we are correct on almost everything, we're not on the payroll, shocking as it is. With how much we get right, you would think we are. But I think the direction they're going in is great. I think WrestleMania, I think Superstar Shakeup, I think we're going to start a lot more of the what have been very defined lines start to dissolve. It's not going to be you only do Raw, you only do SmackDown, you only do NXT. I think the amount of popularity they've noticed from having Becky and Charlotte go on SmackDown, and Black and Ricochet, thank you. Black and Ricochet literally doing all three shows and house shows. I have no idea how they're maintaining that kind of stamina, because neither one of those guys exactly is a come and get wrestler. They're a very in your face wrestler. Those guys 6 days a week and still coming out and blowing it up every single night. But I think they've noticed like the amount of popularity they get with having cross show stories is way better than, oh, this story is a Raw story, this story is a SmackDown story, this story is an NXT story. Have they had to kind of pushed aside some of the stuff that was going on beforehand? Yes. But if they can make what they're doing now, I think it'll be worth it in the end.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting to see the changes after WrestleMania for sure.
Mm-hmm. What do you...
Yeah.
No, finish what you're going to say, sorry.
No, I think they closed down a lot of stores. I think they closed down a lot of WrestleMania in hopes revamping and starting up. But so, I think I'm looking forward to what WWE's got to bring up the next moment. No offense to any of the older wrestlers on the roster, but hopefully get a couple of these guys out of here so some of this new talent can come up and, raise the game a little bit.
100%. 100%. Definitely want to see that. What is your prediction for a grade of WrestleMania 35?
Ooh, I think just based on length of matches, I think that's a D for sure. I think your three main matches without a hitch, that section of the show will be an A. I think B minus for sure.
I think a B minus for WrestleMania.
It ain't gonna be the. What was that pay per view? The Rumble? No, the series.
Oh, Survivor Series was really good.
Survivor Series was like a solid A.
Yeah, Survivor Series was perfect, great length, not a ton of filler. Yeah, Survivor Series was really good.
So I don't think it's going to be definitely. So, I'd say B minus.
I think dip on the rumor, because they're going to happen. I mean, some of those rumors we were talking about, guys, are going to happen.
Yeah, sure.
You should expect it. I think depending on what rumors happen can drastically affect the grade of the show. So I'm going to say
Matt Johnson one's going to be a good pop.
Standard quo. Rumors happen that we talked about, which isn't going to happen, or for argument's sake.
Face value.
I'm going to say a solid B. 85%. 85%. Now, I think if a few of the rumors that happen, I think if they do think we're talking, I think it could get pushed to max an A-. Because I mean, like, if your Undertaker one happens, I say if the Undertaker one happens, the John Cena one happens, and the New Day one happens, if those three happen on the show, it's an A-, easy. Like, I don't even care about all this other crap. That's fine. I have to go to the bathroom at some point anyways. You know, I mean, those three things happen. Oh my God. That'd be absolutely insane to me, I think. Now, granted, I'm not going to be able to watch it live, so I'm trying to decide if I want Big O to tell me about anything or if I just want to watch it after the...
Oh, it's still kind of up in the air if I'm going to...
Yes, okay.
I will know by Saturday evening.
Gotcha.
Because I had some unexpected things come up for Sundays.
Fun times.
I want to, but I feel like I have 5 hours for it, so...
that too. Yeah, it's going to be like 5 hours, 6 hours.
I don't want to go through all the trouble to...
Yeah.
I don't want to getting my WWE network back on.
Yeah.
His body's been through hell, and his
Oh,
ribs
by the way,
have bore the brunt of the attack.
And I hope we can try out here.
No, but awesome.
Damaged ribs like that can make it hard to
Sorry, I
breathe.
just...
You have to wonder even Seth Rollins even in this match.
Out of
This
all
is not where he
150
wants to be at
matches
this point in this match.
From where I see, they both appear
What is your standout match?
to be competing with us.
He may have
Doesn't
to
have
tap
to be
out right
available.
here.
What is
He's
yours
on
list that is
stops
given?
the count.
Oh.
Why did he do that? A move
Like steal the
that
show
low.
match?
It's appalling if you ask me.
Like it's going to
Well,
be
when
like
he sees the belt, he likes to
the
hit
women's
below it.
elimination chamber match.
Pretty big match, bro.
That's what I mean. It's just going to steal. It's going to steal the
This
show.
guy
It's
can
going
go
to just pop.
toe-to-toe.
You know, it's just going to look good.
I'm not sure if he knows where he is right now.
And I'm not mad.
Inside the ring now.
Yeah. I think,
I don't want to know what that feels.
I think the SmackDown tag team.
Ooh.
I think
Ooh.
the reason it will be a standout match is because, I mean, you have the Usos. Usos are super huge flyers. You're gonna have Black and Ricochet. They're insane. Either one of them. I mean, I think just those two alone could carry the whole thing.
Yep.
Personally, I think the two of them carry the whole thing. I mean, so I think that could definitely be up there. The only other match that I think could be better than what people are anticipating, and the only reason I'm not including the main events is because I think all three of those matches are going to be absolutely crazy. Even the Lesnar Rollins match, I think it's going to be absolutely insane. But I do think that tag team match, and I think if the Lita Stratus rumor happened, the women's tag team championship match would be insane. But that rumor has to happen.
So it's funny because
Yeah, well, I've felt it before, and you're right. You don't want to
See,
know.
that's one of my best friends.
but I would flip flop it. I think. Right
Shoulders
now.
down, is it enough?
This may be
I
it.
think regardless of whether your little rumor happens, I
The
think
small
something
back is
is
absorbing a great deal of punishment here.
in that match.
I'm afraid
The women have been iffy. I'm not even gonna lie. The women have been bringing early.
Yeah, true.
And,
He's spending more time outside the ring than in it.
You know, it's going to be pretty crazy. But I do think, hands down, with talent that is at least half of the cards that
You can see the wear and tear that this fight is taken out of these men.
You're right. Such a brutal physical battle this has been. And it's not over yet.
I mean, Ricochet and Black tearing it up, and I like to use those. I think.
I mean, and I think
Introduced by Chris Jericho back in 2005.
I really do think that the tag teams always can always have a chance to steal the show, honestly, just because of the madness they can pull off because there's two people. I do think though that I think all the matches, I think 90% of the matches are going to be really good. I think actually the main match I think could be really amazing. It's actually the angle situation. But yet again, that's determinant on the rumor happening. If the rumor, I don't think it's.
And let's not forget that he's going to the finisher twice.
He thinks he has it.
Anyways, guys, without us going another God knows how long, I think we are going to end it there.
I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
But no, I think we're going to end it there. So let us know if what you guys have. If you guys have any predictions, I think that we are absolutely insane. It could be true. I mean, we are not the most sane individuals sometimes, you know.
He lands the strike with great
and so
accuracy.
let us know if there's something.
But we're usually about at least 50%.
I know. I'm excited for the 50% that we're going to show too. So yeah, guys. So let us know what your predictions are for Wrestlemania 25 down in the comments below. Hey, thank you for staying.
Yeah, think have a good vacation with Pam.
Oh yeah, well, it's just me and the wife. So,
Can you believe it? This is undying to succeed.
Yeah, don't get enough banishing while you can. Yeah, anyways, guys, so thank you guys so much for tuning to thank you guys so much for being on the channel. Hope you guys have a good WrestleMania. Yeah, so thank you guys again. This is KMS34 and Big Road 206. We play games to make gains, we watch wrestling to have fun. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.